check this out. I'm getting fancy today. I'm actually broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Can you believe that? I decided to go ahead and get this app to not this app, this little piece of software to see if I'm able to, broadcast at the same time. And it's actually working. So I feel so good about it. So I want to tell you guys, welcome to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of the I'm Loving Me Project. And I'm so glad that you are tuning in. Either if you're on Facebook or if you are on YouTube, we do the Inspiration in 30 every day, supposedly at around 7:30 ish. Hey, Octavia. And we just hang out and we get some inspiration. And I wanted to talk about today something that I read when it said mistakes becomes lessons. But before I do that, I wanted to just check in and just give you guys a little bit of updates. As you can see, we have an hour Empower Her Soul session this Sunday. Please, if you are in a position where you need to talk to someone, if you need to get some clarity about your life, where you're going, if you're dealing with difficult situations, if you're trying to get your life back on track, this is the workshop that I want you to attend. This is our mirror workshop. And what we do in our mirror workshop is we help you get past your past. We help you get the clarity that you need so that you can move forward in your life. Okay. We tell you about the different seasons in life, probably where you are now. And also, we talk about those things that are really on your heart that are bothering you, that you just need help getting past, that you can't talk about with your family, that you can't talk about with your friends, and you just need someone else that you can open up to who doesn't know you, who's not going to judge you. Okay. And I have Dr. Laura Ellick, who's going to be with me to help answer those hard things, those things that, for sure I can't answer or give no type of advice or anything on. So she's going to be with me to help me out with that. And I would love for you to join me. You can find a link everywhere on our Facebook page, and you could go ahead and click on it. The tickets are only $20, and it's Sunday at 4 p.m. So come have fun with us and enjoy. The other thing that I was going to tell you guys, which I'm so excited about, is that we do have our Girls Leap program. The only thing I don't know is why my screen, did I get shorter or is my chair not high enough? I feel so short today, right? Maybe I need a pillow or something to go under me. Hold on one second. Look at this. And I got my pajamas on. Look at this though. Don't that look better? Why did I look extra short in the little screen? I'm telling y'all, you saw my pants, right? I am that person who is really, really, really getting into her age and getting old, but that's neither here or there, But our Girls Leap program has launched, and that's for our business women. Those ladies, you ladies who are out there that want to start a business or are currently in a business and you're looking for clarity. Here's what I mean by clarity. You're having trouble making sales. You're having trouble with your marketing. You're having trouble with your idea. You don't know a lot of the technical stuff. You don't know how to go from point A to point B. You feel like you are having trouble with your funding. You're running out of money. You're trying to provide this best customer service, but you're all over the place. That's what Girls Leap is for. And what we do is we help you get on the right path to what you need to have a successful business. Now, that is me and a couple of other coaches that deal with finance, that deal with strategy and branding and PR and all that wonderful stuff. And that is there for you. Now, we are in the process of recruiting some coaches. So if you are a coach and you're in one of those areas, or if you're in mental health, we need to talk to you. Come and bring your gifts over here. so that we could go ahead and help our people out, help our ladies out, so we could go ahead and really build a community of successful women. That's all we're trying to do here, right? So if you fall anywhere on a ladder and you believe that Girls Leap is for you, what I need you to do is go to our email address and sign up, okay? Because that is one of the things that we're trying to do. We're trying to grow our email list the way it should be, so that we know who's interested in business, who wants more mental health stuff, so that we can kind of have everything in order. Because right now everybody's so meshed together, we're trying to separate everything. So if you could do that for me, if you're interested in that, share, like, send it to everybody that you know, and tell them to come on and join us and watch us rock this thing. And when you become successful in your business, just send me some Omaha steaks. That's all I want. Okay, so let's get into it. So I was reading this, A Woman of Faith, right? Because, I read a lot of stuff, but I always like to do my daily inspiration in 30 because it really helps me um, start my day on the right track, the way it should be. And I came across this one that said, when mistakes become lessons. And it says, we are imperfect women living an imperfect world. Mistakes are simply part of the price we pay for being here. But even though mistakes are an inevitable part of life's journey, repeated mistakes should not be. When we commit to the inevitable blunders of life, we must correct them, learn from them, and pray to God for the wisdom not to repeat them. And then, if we are successful, our mistakes become lessons and our lives become adventures in growth and not stagnation. And I thought that was the best thing that I read this morning because, we always feel like our mistakes are the things that's holding us back, right? We always say to ourselves, I shouldn't have got this house. I shouldn't have chose this person. I shouldn't have done this in my life. That's why I'm not able to get ahead. All these things we blame ourselves for, especially us women, because we feel like we could have had a different life if we didn't choose the choices, the things that we've chose. But really, when you look at it, everything that we have chosen to do in our life thus far is based on where we were in our life. Think about it, right? That spouse you chose, that you with now, that you're looking at like, I don't even know how I did this. Well, back then, when he was the best thing since sliced bread, or she was the best thing since sliced bread, your life was in a particular space where you felt that this person was the best person for you at this point, right? Those decisions you make, that house you bought, that job you took, um, uh, the the car you purchased, all those things that you did, all those decisions that you make, you thought that that was the best decision for you at that time. And it was, maybe, right? But now, when you look at it and you see that it wasn't the best decision for you don't have to beat yourself up about it, right? You don't have to say to yourself, I shouldn't have done this, and you replaying it in your head over and over and over again, and you blaming yourself, and you saying, I coulda, I shoulda, I was supposed to, but I didn't. All you have to do is understand and know it's a lesson learned, and you keep it moving. But what we do is that we get stuck in it because it's hurting us, right? We don't like to make bad decisions for ourselves because we are embarrassed. We don't like to choose the wrong thing because we don't like to be judged. We don't like to make mistakes because we feel like if we do make mistakes, we're going to be laughed at or people going to talk about us. So we do our best to try to make good decisions. Well, everything that we're going to do in life is not going to be a good decision. It is going to be a decision that you make at the time because of the space you're in and the choices you have in front of you, right? There's always something that's going to be happening to you because that's what life is. And life changes so much that you have to realize and know that when you're out there and you're making a decision, you know what I tell myself, Gloria, when it's time for you to make a decision, you don't have to sit and really contemplate, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Just think about it and ask yourself, the decision that I'm about to make, is this decision going to how is this decision going to affect me? Is it going to affect me for the short term or is it going to affect me for the long term? And what is the risk involved in making this decision? People have been bugging me, you guys, about buying a new car. I promise you, I'm going to take a picture of my car and I'm going to show you guys. they they get on me. They say, Gloria, please, can you go and get another car? Because I mean, you are too old to be you are too old to be having some kind of car like this. I have a, what is it called? What's the little Ford small cars? It's not a, is it, it's not a oh, I have a little small Ford Fiesta, right? The mirror is jacked up on the side. Like the mirror got taken out because a Goodwill truck hit me while it was parked and I was at work, and we are in the same parking lot as a Goodwill. So what happened was is that, you know how the people come with the clothes and all that stuff, and they take the clothes and they put it on the rack. Well, that rack rolled down the hill and it slammed right into the car. It took the mirror out and kind of banged up the side of the car, right? Not too bad, but yeah. So, of course, yes, if you want to know, I did go and get the insurance money, but I spent it. I made a decision, right? I made a decision. I took the money and I did something else with it. I didn't fix the car, right? And so now that I am like driving around, they're like, Gloria, please, why don't you just go ahead and fix the car? Why did you make a decision to go ahead and ride around like this? You shouldn't be. You're older. You're 41. You're not young anymore. You need to have something that is this and that. And like I tell people, the decisions I make is the decisions for myself, right? I chose this decision and I knew that it was something that I would have to live with. So I hear you, but it is okay about how you feel, but it is all right for me, right? See, what we do is we let other people talk us into thinking that our choices become a mistake because it's not what they would do. You know what I'm saying? They will tell you all day long you're wrong and why and all this stuff. So that's why when we do make a mistake, we don't like to tell nobody because we don't want them to point the finger and say, I told you so, and you should have, and I would have done this. And it's like, no, 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 right? No. For me, the decisions that I make is my decisions. I know what I am going to live with as a result of the decisions that I make. I am not focused on what you think. I am not focused on if you judge me or not. I'm not focused on any of that. right? But what I do know is that if I make a mistake, it is only a lesson. It is only a lesson where it's like, okay, well, it didn't work out. So I guess I got to go ahead and do something else. And you change. What I had to stop doing is stop beating myself up for the mistakes I did make, right? Because um, I was in a position, and I'll tell you this story. I was in a position where this was maybe like 2013 or so, 2013, 2014. And I was working in my business, and this is for everything went to shit. And I made a decision. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna put it in the bank, and I'm gonna go ahead and invest in something, right? But at the same time, I was getting calls from the bank saying, hey, you need to come in because we need to make sure that your documents are right. It was something going on where uh, I needed to fill out a paper or something because the merchant people was wanting like some references and stuff. And I just kept putting it off and putting it off because I just thought that was a hard task. And the only damn thing I needed to do was go into the bank, verify everything, and then come on back out and be done, right? But I didn't do that. I made a decision that if they couldn't take it online or something like that, then, I was just going to weigh it out. Well, child, let me tell you how I made a mistake. Because the sister woke up one morning and it was $12 in the account. I went from having almost 30 grand in the bank to $12 because whoo, because I did not fill out that damn paper. Because I was waiting until the last minute to get something done. And because I did that, they took the money back. And I couldn't get it back because they said that I was too risky and irresponsible. Right? And do you want to know, a sister, the biggest thing, I beat myself up so bad. You know why? Because, and I'm laughing, but child, I was crying my ass off, okay? I beat myself up because I made all these plans. I was hiring people like crazy. I was doing all this work. I was doing everything. And that one mistake cost me everything. Everything. And I beat myself up so much because it was my fault. It was my fault because I made a decision to do to not handle something I was supposed to handle. Does that make sense? And it was something easy. And I beat myself up so much because now I lost everything. And when I sat back and thought about it, maybe like a week or two later, because I really did do some damage to myself. I could not forgive myself. And I had to tell all these people, especially, and I would say that, especially when it affects other people, you really feel bad. Damn, when you make a mistake and are, and when you have other people involved and that shit don't go right, and you have to tell the people what happened, the biggest thing that you deal with is the disappointment on their face, right? And so I had to tell all these people I messed up. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake, all this stuff. And I had to tell them the truth. I had to tell them the truth. And that was, when I say that was a big lesson for me, it was a big lesson because I finally learned what happens when you procrastinate, right? I finally learned a big lesson as to what happens when you don't handle the stuff that you need to handle that are considered to be important. You just brush everything off, right? And then they say, just make sure you don't repeat that lesson. Oh, that should hurt so much. No. I never again, right? Never again will I repeat that type of behavior. But it took a while for me to forgive myself for that because I just said to myself, I had that shoulda, coulda, woulda thing going on. You could have been so far and you could have done this. No, everything happens for a reason. And when I looked at it and I had to tell myself the truth, I was pretty immature for that next level of business. I was very immature because something so simple as that costs so much. Just imagine if I did follow through and get everything right, what mistakes I would have made and what had to live with. So I had to go and learn the basics first in order to get myself in a position to take advantage of the bigger things that was coming down the pipe. And that's what mistakes do. It teaches you lessons so that you can grow, not so that you can dwell on them, feel bad about them, judge yourself, and stay stuck. They are there to expose who you are, and they are there to help you grow. So when you look at all the mistakes that you have made in your life, just know that they were growing moments, right? They were growing moments. They were moments where you had an opportunity to do something. The choice that you made, you were in a different mindset, but you had an opportunity. And when it didn't work out for you, the only thing it did was expose who you really are. And that's the shit we can't deal with, right? Because those mistakes expose how much you know, who you really are, how you really feel about things, and the state of mind you in, right? The state of mind you in, the kind of company you keep, everything. It exposes everything. But once you make the mistake, now you got the knowledge and the grit and the muscle not to repeat it. Now, if we go ahead and repeat the same mistake over and over again, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. If you repeat the same mistake over and over again, then that ain't mistakes. That's a problem. All right? That's a problem. There's something that's going on within you where you think that what you're doing is right. And maybe you need to listen to someone so that they can give you some advice. So if you um, if you have made plenty of mistakes and you learn from your mistakes, then kudos to you. You're always going to make mistakes. It's always going to happen. Everything is not always going to be the right choice. Nothing is the right choice, really. It's just based on what you can handle, right? Get advice, but don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to those people. Get advice, right? But don't listen to those people who cannot benefit you. When you're trying to embark on something and you're trying to make a decision so you can lower your risk, it doesn't mean that you're going to make a mistake. You're going to lower your risk. That's all you're trying to do, right? Always talk to people who you know who have experience. Don't talk to people who don't know, or never been through anything or that situation that you're trying to make a decision on, because they don't know. They could just give you what they think you should do based on their own thoughts. No. Talk to someone who has the experience, who can help you lower your risk. And then at the end of the day, you decide what's right for you, right? Because nobody has to live with it but you. Nobody has to live with that man in the house but you, or that woman in the house but you, right? Nobody has to live in that house but you and pay that mortgage and do all that stuff. So when you feel like you made a mistake, don't beat yourself up. Learn and grow from it. Okay? Learn and grow from it and know that the only thing that you did was find out what doesn't work. That's it. All you did was find out what doesn't work. And then you go back and you find something and you test something else out to see if that will work. And that's what makes life so interesting and exciting and happy, and makes the journey so adventurous, like they were saying in the book, because you get the opportunity to experience so many different things, make mistakes, pick yourself back up, and continue to move on. And it's exciting, you know? So that's all I got for you ladies today. But please, 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 um, sign up for the workshop. Go to our Facebook page. It's all over there. Uh, and you could go ahead and sign up. If not, I'm going to put the link out there. I think the link is already somewhere around here or whatever. But I want you to just know, if you're going to work today or you're at home working, about to get on a Zoom call, and you feeling like, you made so many mistakes in your life, don't worry about that. Always think life is about the now, right? It is what you do right now that determines what you do for the rest of your life. And like I always tell you, if you don't like your life, change it. If you don't like the mistakes that you made in your life, learn from them. If you keep making the same mistakes over and over again and you don't understand why, come to the workshop to figure out why. Because there's something in you that you can't see. Okay? I love y'all. I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday.